Hiya guys, Nigel here. Very quick video here about resin. As you can see, tanks are made, moulds are made. I'm actually not ready to quite start production yet because what I've done, I've made another mould that I can put more of these in. So, because basically it's just a tiny little bit of resin you need to make them, and anybody that moulds resin will know tiny bits of resin just don't work. You don't get the mix. You need to mix a decent volume. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to do it so that I do 2 of these, 1 of these, 4 of these every time I do a run. So basically I need to get ahead with these, and then I can just put these to one side and just do them. I have an apology to make. I noticed this afternoon that core number 2, which is this one, where you've got the seam here, and the smaller mould plug cut off there, I had an issue where a part of the mould got damaged and it just left a little lump of resin in here, just a tiny lump in the groove there. So when you get yours, if it's got it there, I reckon I probably only made about 3 or 4 like it. So I'm really sorry. If you want a refund, I'll give you a refund or send you another one, whatever, but all you need to do is just literally scrape it with a knife and it's gone. It's nothing at all. It may not even prevent it going together, but it just leaves a small lump on there. So I'm afraid mould number 2 is now no longer in use. So luckily I made another mould, number 3, and here you can see, you can identify this one because on the back end it's got this huge plug rather than the small plug, but it's still the same sizes and everything. If you remember, mould 1 is a slightly smaller size than mould 2. I mean literally probably less than 0.1 of a millimetre difference. So yeah, mould 2 is no longer. Okay, I've got these here that I'll send out because I've cleaned them, but I may use it again and clean them, but I won't be sending them out straight out of the mould. And then this one here obviously is mould 1, and this is mould 3. Again, it's got the seam on the back. You can't see a joint on there at all because obviously the mould is brand new, and well, you can just see a seam there. But there we go. So that's where we are with those. If you want any of these, just drop me an email, nigelsmodelingbench@gmail.com, and I will get you some sent. I've sent out about 15 I think today. Basically if you've paid me, they're on the way. Okay, right, so onto fuel tanks. These are all made, and as you can see, this one here is pretty much perfect. Okay, not that one, this one here is pretty much perfect. There's no bubbles in it. Really took my time, really careful, making sure everything was okay, and absolutely fine. Now the problem with this is when we actually look at the height of it, if I take a vernier and I measure the width of it across there, 23.6, I've now got 1.4 millimetre before I go over the large letter. So if we measure it diagonally like that, it's 23, so now I've got 2 millimetres. So what I'm doing is trying to put less resin in the mould, so I end up with a dimension there of 22.7 and a dimension there of like 21 millimeters. So basically if you get yours and it looks like that and it doesn't have this ledge on it here, that's why I've done it. Not so important in the UK, but certainly US guys, the postage, I think it trebles. If I have to go up to the next size, it trebles. So that's the issue there. And you will also find you may get some bubbles here, like this one's got here. I'm going to send them, it doesn't matter at all, it can't be seen on the finished model, and I will just show you just quickly how it looks. And here we go, we can pick any one, and this is how it goes in. You can see it slots in there over those 2 grooves just like the Master did, and it sits in there, and you can look up through and see the nice radius corners and everything. So there's your fuel tank there. Unfortunately I don't have the wing sections on the desk anymore, they're back in the box, so I can't show you these fitting, but you saw them yesterday with the bits of sprue. Here we go, we've got our bits of sprue cut there, so we put a piece down there, and then that will sit on there like that, and then another piece goes on top like that, and that's how they sit in your wing, just like that. Okay, so basically I will be up and running probably tomorrow. Don't go mad and start sending me money, because wait until I email you. There is a list, and I'm going to do it by priority. Now obviously some people have ordered these and these and these. I'll do what I can to get it all in one envelope, but I don't promise anything. The postage goes, like with America, the postage goes up by about another £1, I think, if I go up to the next lot of weight. It definitely takes it over the 100 grams, but it's whether I can physically get it all in an envelope and actually still get that 25 millimeters. That's the biggest issue. I don't want to sort of start winding up anybody at Royal Mail or even the US guys and then start having to pay loads of extra postage, because it, as I said, it really does. It goes up. I think it goes up to about £12 or something if you go into the next size, which is a small parcel. So what I might do, like I say, if you're buying 2 of these, 2 sets of these and 2 of these, what I might end up doing is splitting them up and sending 2 packages. I'm afraid you'll have to pay 2 lots of postage, but it's still cheaper than if I have to go up to the next size parcel. So there we go, guys. That's just a quick update on the resin. So we're away, we're making it, and we're there. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.